What is going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Got the Coyote Direct hoodie on, trying to stay warm. It's freaking cold out. It's 45 degrees currently at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So we are headed to Dallas, streetcar takeover, and actually gonna help out with 3 customer cars today. So there's Johnny's car, which is Gen 2 S550 built RPG engine, still a 6R80 car, Helion low mount twin turbo kit. It's got kind of small twins on it, but we've been out with his car a few times, but that was last year. It's been a long time. I was helping Johnny out before I even started Coyote Direct, so be interested to see what his car does, because it hasn't been out in a long time. I don't even remember like some of the stuff, or the settings we had it at. So we're gonna have to kind of start over with his, but his should be a good runner. Like it's a good solid mid to upper 8-second car. Like it's full weight, it's stock brakes, stock K-member, full leather interior. I mean, it's heavy. It's a pretty heavy car, but it's got built motor, 6R80. It's a legit car. It just needs, and I've told him this before, and hopefully we're gonna finally upgrade him next year, but he's just been kind of chilling on the car, just enjoying it, which I don't blame him. Like, it's a good running car. It drives on the highway, it just cruises, and then makes a shit ton of power. But it just needs bigger turbos and a better intercooler. The intercooler is kind of restrictive, and so are the turbos. So we're kind of at the max with his. So we got Johnny's car, and then we got Nick's car. So Nick's car, it's the very, very, very first time out with the setup. And you guys know we literally changed everything. Went from like a junk twin turbo kit that he had before on a stock motor with like a budget fuel system to a full-on built RPG short block, still stock head, stock cam, stock VCT, custom twin turbo kit by Streetcar Joe, big fuel system that we did on it, and it's definitely not the lightest car. It's got brakes and a K-member for lightweight, and that's about it. But it does have a 400 in it, because 10 speeds suck. They burn up. So really with Nick's car, the goal is just to make some clean A to B passes and start to figure out the boost controller and the ramps and what the car likes and doesn't like, based off the weight bias. And the turbos. The turbos are pretty big twins. So we definitely have got our work cut out there. I'm sure at some point we're gonna have to do like a stator change and mess with a few other things, because like I said, they are big turbos. We had to put dumps on it. Doesn't have dumps on it. Yeah, I know Nick, it's his car and it's his first time out, so he just, he's ready to get on and get going fast. But we made some large changes, and the car's been down like a year and a half. So just for it to be to this point is pretty exciting. We already did some street logs, some 20-pound pulls. Everything looked good. We had to clean some stuff up, make a few changes, but everything looked good around 20 pounds. So his car probably won't see more than 25 pounds of boost this weekend. We're going to keep it low boost and just literally just try and figure out the 60 foot in the front half with the boost controller, working with the AMS 2000 on his. But once we get a few outings, that car is going to be a runner. It's first time out. We need some time with it. And then we got Barry's car, which is my old car. We made some changes to that. Like I said in the previous video, we fixed some issues, did some maintenance, and really we're just ready to lean on his car. If the track is there, the weather, it's obviously there, it's cool, so hopefully it's not too cold where the track gets, moisture and cold do not do well together for track. So the cool weather's nice, but when you got moisture, it's not as good. So, and if the track's too cold, it's too cold. So we're ready to lean on Barry's. We've got a pretty good handle on the suspension, I feel like. I don't know how good the track prep will be, because TJ Bailey, who usually preps the track in Dallas, he's actually at Mod Nationals in Georgia, and they have a freaking, they got the tropical storm going on over there. So it's raining here, it's raining there, it's raining everywhere. But yeah, I think the track will still be okay. I mean, it's not going to be like radial prep kill, but it'll be decent track prep. So like I said, we're ready to lean on Barry's. So guess we'll see what happens. But we're headed to Car Takeover. It's Friday, and tonight we'll just be testing And so I'll probably make one video on that, and then, you know, we'll, you know, probably get one test session in the morning, and then pretty much go straight into eliminations. Actually, qualifications and then eliminations, because now there's Car Takeover Street Class. See, when I used to do it, I sound old, but when we did Streetcar Class and Car Takeover, you know, 2 and 3 years ago, both times, it was just one class. And what had happened was, you know, a lot of fast people started showing up, and the class was split. It was too much. There was no you know, slower street cars. It was like either really balls fast or you're just gonna get donkey stomped. So they now have done it where it's like, I think they usually cut it off at like 850. It kind of depends on what cars come out, but now it's like a 850 and slower, and then like 850 and faster streetcar class, which is good. It makes it more competitive, and it makes people want to come out, because as a promoter, you got to keep car counts. So that's the plan. We will see you guys tonight at testing, and I'll kind of show you guys the cars, even though you've seen them all. But hopefully testing goes well. So it's 32, 36 degrees, I don't know. And we're on some nitrous car bullshit right now. We got starter plugs in it, and then we're gonna swap to the real plugs. But oh, let me put this in.
You got it, buddy? You see it?
So you know, it's cold, so everybody's car's gonna have trouble starting today. So we're swapping the plugs to the starter plugs right now. It got canceled yesterday, so this is actually gonna be probably one big ass video. So we're gonna go get some testing in here in the next couple hours, not for a while. We got a few things to do on Barry's car, and then a few things to do on Nick's car, and then we'll be ready. Diane, you know, like the last time I filmed your car was like the flashlight shootout, Houston, I think.
I thought it was Dallas.
No, the Houston one was. Or no, we did do the Dallas one after. Okay, my bad. You gapped a plaid. You should have won, but you didn't.
Today is a different story.
Today's a new day. So here's Johnny's car. You guys probably haven't seen it in a while. Then I got Nick's getting it ready. It's got oil all over it. Freaking awesome. And then there's Barry's car. Well, at least the bottle, it didn't explode today. We had a little mishap yesterday.
So let me explain to y'all something. Jay, in all his vehicle expertise,
Slight expertise,
decided to go ahead and put this in the cab of the truck.
Didn't let any air out.
Didn't let any air out. We were going down the interstate, and this thing exploded.
While you were holding it?
While I was in the back seat, I tried to grab it, and then little did I know, I couldn't see Jay because we were in a cloud of smoke, about to die on the interstate, going about 50, 60 miles an hour. So, but
to be determined if you have CO2 poisoning later.
To be determined. If I do, Jay's getting my cancer bill. But we're refilled, shade of rods replaced, and we're coming to win today.
Nick has like 7 people cleaning his car. Oh my god. So Nick's turbos are journal bearing, and typically with journal bearing turbos you feed them all the oil. Well, his built motor Coyote has too much oil pressure, so we put some Turbo Smart regulators on there, and we actually ran out of fitting we needed, so Nick had to finish it at Summit in Dallas. And Jay's back is just toast.
Bro, my back is done.
Oh damn, you got the OG shirt on.
Yeah.
Ain't not a lot of people don't got
I
that.
had the OG hoodie on too yesterday.
Damn. Man,
Day one.
Nick is ugly, bro.
You look like Shrek. You look like a white version of Shrek. Look at him. What the fuck are you laughing at?
He said you look like Shrek.
Bro, I'm not even gonna go there with you, Jay. Bless you.
Joe, I just want to tell you, I adjusted the shocks correctly, buddy. Don't worry. All right, so we're up for round 1 of testing, and yeah, we're gonna see if we can make a good hit. Both cars are turned down pretty good, so we got to make a hit. Look at this heavy bitch. God damn, that's a Hellcat. Oh, it's cold. All right, it has been a long day. So, not running Nick's car, needs new turbo seals, whatever, not a big deal. Running Barry's car and Johnny's car. So, Johnny's car actually hasn't had a quarter-mile slip, but we weighed his car. Is 4,015 pounds. Freaking insane. That thing's heavy. But his first time down the quarter went 870s at like 157. Like really turned down. We didn't even know like what it would make or what it would do on boost because it's never been down the quarter mile. And it's been down an 1/8 mile trek like over a year ago. So then Barry's car went right before Johnny, and 770 turned down because, like I said, when we were in Florida, it was on 7 cylinders. So we had no idea where to turn the boost up, you know, because obviously whatever boost we had it at on 7 cylinders is not making what it's going to make on 8 cylinders. So it made a good pass, went 770, pretty easy, real soft 60 foot, like 126, not even leaning on it. But with the solid bumper, obviously we're having some IAT issues with the intercooler, which we're going to change later on down the road. But for this weekend, that, you know, we got what we got right now. So we're going to lean on it now, trying to actually throw some boost at it and see what happens. The only problem is they've had an oil down. It's like legit 44, 45 degrees out. And once that sun goes down, I think the track is going to be too cold and they're going to have to cancel it or move it to tomorrow. So we'll see if we actually get another pass or not. All right, round 1. 4 hours later, we got a GTR. Show them the plaque, baby!
Hey, bro, look at that.
Look at that, winner!
Winner.
Barry, where's your
Heavy.
plaque? Oh, okay, you didn't get one, sorry.
I didn't fucking get one.
Look at that. Woo! That means you're buying dinner. All right, guys, sorry. My voice is dead. Sorry didn't film as much as I wanted to yesterday. It literally, they're supposed to be testing Friday night and a small tire shootout Friday night, and then it got canceled due to the weather. Weather looked pretty good for Saturday, but they didn't start till like 2 or 3 o'clock. They had roll racing before. They had a bunch of stuff going on. They're trying to squeeze it all in one day. And literally, at the beginning of the day, we knew. We're like, dude, it's going to get way too cold by the time the sun goes down. So, sure enough, we don't make the first pass till way later in the day, maybe 4 or 5 o'clock. Because of oil downs or whatever. Some guys slipped off the bleachers, I guess. They had to suspend the race temporarily for that, fix that, whatever happened. So then we made a qualifier 1 pass. You're supposed to get test passes and then your qualifiers for the street car class to put you in the right time category, but they didn't have time for that. So your first pass off the trailer was literally your qualifying pass. So Johnny went 870s, which is really cool at 4,000 pounds on low boost. So we plan to turn his up next time, because then he'd be, in round 1, and bring the ramp in faster, turn the overall boost up. It was working good. Same thing with Barry's. It went 770s on pretty easy boost, super soft 60 foot. So we're like, cool, we're gonna turn it up next round. And Johnny decided to pack up because, by the time we went for second round, it was like, I think it was 7:30 or 8. Like, the track was getting really cold. So Johnny was like, man, I'm packing up, I'm going. He ran an 8. He was happy. He was like, we'll come back for a private rental and actually run some numbers. It's like, okay, cool. Barry, myself, and Jay stuck around to see if they were going to run the second round, and they did. So we went up for a second round, and I put Barry in a better spot where it was stickier, but the problem was the prep was stickier, but it was colder. So struck the tires, and he ended up getting back in it and just literally went around the dude and won. I don't know how. So, because that guy was gone. So then we we won that round. So we're like, all right, let's see if they keep it, which we knew in the back of our heads, like, they're going to cancel. But we did our normal stuff, cool the car down, put fuel in it, check everything. And we're just waiting. And they finally called it, I don't know, 9 o'clock, maybe later. Yeah, I guess it was probably around 9 o'clock. So then we decided to pack everything up. And earlier in the day, Bo, our friend Bo with the Hellcat TG Motorsports, he was like, hey, there's a private rental tomorrow if you guys want to get in, because you're probably not going to get that many passes today. And I was like, yep, that's probably what we're going to do. So we signed up for a private rental today, and we're hoping we can actually lean on the car, because we still haven't leaned on the car. Like, we've been super soft to the 60 foot, super soft on the RPM shifts, and pretty soft on the boost ramps and the overall boost, because we have no good data. We literally just need time. And so that's what we're hoping to get today. Like, this is what we've been needing as a private rental. This is where you start to lean on the car and either figure out other issues or figure out where, the car likes the power. So hopefully we can get some good passes today. Like, I don't even really care to run a certain number with Barry's car. I'm sure, everyone's got a number in mind, but like, we just really want to lean on it and get some data and see what this thing can do, so we can go into some winter upgrades, with that in mind, knowing what we need to do for the off season to get ready for next year. So in the next video, you guys will see a private rental, hopefully, and hopefully make some good passes and get some good data and share that stuff with you guys. So check us out, CoyoteDirect.com. It was actually really cool seeing a bunch of people with like Coyote Direct hoodies and hats at the track. That was probably one of the coolest things I've seen. It's the little things that mean a lot to you. So see you guys on the next one.